54 to 36% say Donald Trump did a better job handling the economy when he was president than Biden has done so far. You aren't announcing anything new necessarily this week. You are just, sort of highlighting and touting what you've done. Is that enough?
Well, what I would say to you is look at where we were when we came into office, when after 4 years of Donald Trump, unemployment was over 6%. We've seen inflation come down by 50% over the last year. 11 months straight, inflation has come down. We've recovered. Our economy has recovered faster than any major economy in the entire world. And that's happening because of President Biden's leadership, because of the economic agenda that he's put forward. And so now is the time where, with all of those accomplishments, the president can take this message to the American people and say, this is what Bidenomics is, and here's what we have to show for it. Let's put our foot on the gas and keep moving forward instead of returning to these failed trickle-down policies that never seem to ever trickle down.
Polling continues to show this pretty large disconnect between the economic successes that you all are touting and highlighting this week and the way Americans are actually feeling about the economy, the way they're feeling about their own wallets. Inflation and recession fears continue to be a pretty big pull on the president's popularity. So why do you think that is, and is this big rebrand going to be enough to bridge that divide and turn things around?
Well, what I would say is that the president's economic policies are incredibly popular. Jobs and investing in America, those things are incredibly popular. And we find that when we go out and we talk to people about it, they support Bidenomics. And so that's exactly what the president is going to be doing in Chicago tomorrow.
United Airlines is calling out the FAA for failing the traveling public, saying the FAA's staffing and inexperience are crippling air travel. What's your response, and are there any steps, emergency steps, priority steps that can be taken to manage some of this chaos out there?
I think, look, across the country over the last couple of days, we've seen some really severe weather. Millions of people have been impacted by that, seen it up close. I know people who had multiple canceled flights yesterday as a result of the extreme weather that we're seeing. The people at the FAA, the men, women of the FAA, are always willing to work collaboratively with companies to solve the problem. And
does that mean you have no plan B in case this is struck down? What is your alternative?
That we have been very confident in the legal argument that the Solicitor General argued before the Supreme Court.
The repayments will resume again shortly. And I'm wondering if the administration has done any sort of research or if it has any projections on what kind of a drag that would be on consumer spending and subsequently the economy.
About the idea of Bidenomics, the idea that we grow the economy by growing the middle class, that we grow the economy by empowering and educating workers, by giving low and, growing from the bottom up and the middle out here. And certainly the student debt relief program fits into that idea. Buy a home or save for, their kids' college education. These are the kinds of things that we think will have a significant impact and a benefit to the economy over the long term.
Sure, but it's on the repayments when they have less money to spend. I mean, does that concern the administration at all about the impact that it would have on consumers?
Again, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about what the potential outcome of the Supreme Court decision might be.